Hello everyone. In the previous session, we defined a special function, that is beta and gamma functions, and also we derive the relation between beta and gamma function, that is beta of m comma n is gamma n into gamma m by gamma m plus n, right. So now in this session or in today's session, we are going to derive or we are going to prove the one more result, that is a duplication formula. So let me prove the result. Prove that root pi into gamma 2m is 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 into gamma m into gamma m plus 1 by 2. So that is in terms of gamma, and also we have in terms of beta, that is beta m comma 1 by 2 is 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 into beta m comma m. So we are going to prove both beta and gamma in terms of beta and gamma at a time. That is, we know the relation between beta and gamma that we have proved in the previous class. So using that relation, I can obtain at a time both the results, right. So how to prove that? So the proof is, we know that beta m comma n in terms of trigonometric function. So I think we remember with the beta definition in terms of trigonometric function, that is 2 times integral of sin theta to the power of 2m minus 1 into cos theta to the power of 2n minus 1 into d theta between the limit 0 to pi by 2. Theta varies from 0 to pi by 2, and we know that beta m comma n is nothing but gamma m into gamma n divided by gamma m plus n. So I call it as equation 1. Okay. Now what we need? So if I consider the beta function here, what we have to prove that beta of m comma 1 by 2 is something we have, right. So I have to replace, in place of n we have 1 by 2. So substitute or put n equal to 1 by 2 to get that result. So I substitute or put n equal to 1 by 2 in equation 1. So wherever we have n, replace that by 1 by 2. So that we have beta m comma 1 by 2 is 2 times integral of sin theta to the power of 2m minus 1 into cos theta to the power of 2 into 1 by 2 reduces to 1. So that 1 minus 1 will be 0. So cos theta to the power of 0 into d theta is gamma m into gamma 1 by 2 by gamma m plus 1 by 2. So if I replace n by 1 by 2, then I am getting this results also, gamma m plus 1 by 2, right. So now simplify this, that is beta m comma 1 by 2 is 2 times, so of course the limit is 0 to pi by 2, integral 0 to pi by 2, cos theta to the power of 0 will be 1, so that we remains with sin theta to the power of 2m minus 1 d theta is nothing but gamma m into, and we know the value for gamma half. Yes, what we prove that gamma half is root pi divided by gamma m plus 1 by 2. So I call this equation as equation 2. I call it as equation 2. Okay. Now to get the next part, I am going to replace n by m in 1. If I replace n by m in equation 1, I will get beta m comma m. So that put n equal to m in equation 1. So that beta m comma m is 2 times integral 0 to pi by 2 sin theta to the power of 2m minus 1 into cos theta whole to the power of n should be replaced by m. So that 2m minus 1 d theta is nothing but, here this m should be replaced by m, gamma m into gamma m divided by gamma m plus m is nothing but 2m. Okay, so now here sin theta and cos theta both have a common power, right? So I can rewrite this as sin 2 theta if I multiply and divide by 2 times of or 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 in numerator, and also if I divide by 2 times of or 2 to the power of 2m minus 1. So next step is beta m comma m is equal to 2 times integral 0 to pi by 2. So I will write that as sin theta to the power of 2m sin 2 theta to the power of 2m minus 1 whole divided by 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 d theta is gamma m whole square divided by gamma 2m. Now I will take out that 2 power 2m minus 1 common, and also I rewrite or I substitute for 2 theta by another variable, so that beta m comma m is 2 by 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 integral. So I substitute here, put 2 theta is equal to pi, so that 2 times of d theta is d pi. If theta is equal to 0, pi is also 0. If theta is pi by 2, pi is pi, right? So replace that. So your pi varies from 0 to pi, sin pi, 2 theta is replaced by pi whole to the power of 2m minus 1 into d theta is nothing but 2 times of or d pi. So d theta is d pi by 2. And this part remains as it is, gamma m whole square by gamma 2m. Okay. So if I simplify with the next step, we have beta m comma m is 1 by 2 to the power of 2m minus 1. Since this function sin pi whole power 2m minus 1 is an even function, using the standard definite integral properties, I can rewrite this as 2 times of integral sin pi d pi whole to the power of 2m minus 1 between the limit 0 to pi by 2 whenever this function is even. Otherwise it will be 0, and the RHS or the gamma function remains as it is, gamma m whole square by gamma 2m. So now to get the required result, we have here beta m comma m has with a multiple 2 power 2m minus 1. So in this step, if I multiply 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 to the whole equation, then I will get here 2 power 2m minus 1 into beta m comma m, and 2 times of the integral of sin pi, and 2 times 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 into gamma m whole square by gamma 2m. So let me multiply the 2 power 2m minus 1 to the whole equation, so that we have this equal to 2 times of sin pi whole power 2m minus 1 into d pi between the limit 0 to pi by 2 is gamma 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 into gamma m whole square divided by gamma 2m. Now equating corresponding beta and gamma function, so if I call this as equation 3, beta and gamma function. So equating corresponding beta and gamma function from equation 2 and 3, we have, so if I equate the corresponding beta, we have beta. So how to equate? Yes, here this is equation 2, beta m comma 1 by 2, that is the first part or LHS part of the equation 2, m comma 1 by 2 is here we have to equate this 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 into beta m comma m. Of course this is our required result, right? And the second term remains same, that is 2 times integral of sin pi 2 power whole power 2m minus 1 d pi we have there between the limit 0 to pi by 2. Instead of pi here we have theta, that's all. And here the gamma relation is this, gamma m into root pi by gamma m plus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 into gamma m whole square whole divided by gamma 2m. So I can cancel gamma m one time, so that the remaining or the required result will be root pi into gamma 2m is 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 into gamma m into gamma m plus 1 by 2, which is the required gamma relation. So these two standard results are known as a duplication formula. Now, so using a duplication formula in terms of gamma, we can get the one more standard result, and that standard result is this. So I can make it as a note, that is, we know that, or we have root pi into gamma 2m is 2 to the power of 2m minus 1 into gamma m plus 1 by 2, right. So in this, if I substitute m equal to 1 by 4, we have one more standard gamma relation, that is root pi into gamma 2 into 1 by 4 is nothing but 1 by 2 is 2 to the power of, if I replace m by 1 by 2, so that 1 by 2 minus 1 is nothing but minus 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 is nothing but 3 by 4. So we know gamma half result, that is root pi. So we have root pi into root pi is 1 by root 2 into gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 3 by 4. Therefore, we have the standard result like this. Whenever we have gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 3 by 4, I can write this as root 2 into this value is get cross multiplied here, and root pi into root pi is pi. So whenever we have a standard result like gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 3 by 4, that can be replaced by pi into root 2. So we should know all these formulas to solve the problems. Okay, let me solve the problems on beta and gamma now. So the first problem, show that integral of log 1 by y whole to the power of n minus 1 dy is gamma n, where the limit is between 0 to 1. So to prove the result, so of course I have to show that it is equal to a gamma n. So we should know what is the definition of gamma. So gamma n is given by integral of e power minus x into x power n minus 1 dx between the limit 0 to infinity. But here we have between 0 to 1 and we don't have e power x function, right. So replace your log, consider LHS and substitute for log function, that is log 1 by y whole power n minus 1 into dy. So I put or substitute log 1 by y equal to some other variable t. So we know that here we have base e, right. So 1 by y equal to e power t, or what is y? Y is 1 by e power t, nothing but e power minus t. Now get dy. Dy is equal to e power minus t into minus 1 into dt, right. So we change log y in terms of t and dy in terms of e power t. Now we should change what is the limit also. So if I substitute here, if y equal to 0, the lower limit, 1 by 0 will be infinity. So log infinity is nothing but infinity, and the upper limit is 1. If I put y equal to 1, 1 by 1 is 1, so that log 1 is 0. Now replace all your y variable in terms of t and also change the limit, so that we have integral infinity to 0 log 1 by y is t to the power of n minus 1 into dy is minus dt into e power minus t. And now I remove this minus sign so that I can interchange the limits of integrals, so that we have integral 0 to infinity e power minus t into t power n minus 1 dt, which is our standard definition of gamma function, right. So I can replace by gamma n now. So we got our required result. Okay. Now the second problem, show that integral of d theta by root sin theta between the limit 0 to pi by 2 into integral of root sin theta d theta between the limit 0 to pi by 2 is pi. So, I am not separating first as a beta and then with a gamma function. I mix with both the problems so that you will be clear with the beta and gamma functions formulas, right. So, now whenever we have a trigonometric function, of course have to write that in terms of beta, okay. So, consider the LHS part. So, that integral d theta by root sin theta into integral of root sin theta d theta between the limit 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2. So, I will rewrite that is integral 0 to pi by 2 sin theta to the power of minus 1 by 2 d theta into integral of sin theta to the power of 1 by 2 into d theta between the limit 0 to 1 by 2. So, as we listed our standard formulas before going to solve the problems, I show you the standard results, right. So, in that we have this formula, that is sin theta to the power of p into cos theta to the power of q into d theta is, yes, beta times p plus 1 by 2 comma q plus 1 by 2, right. So, using that here I can compare the standard result. So, that p, in place of p we have minus 1 by 2 and q is 0 here, and here in the second one p is 1 by 2 and q is 0, right. Therefore, we have, of course I should have 2 multiple. If I do not have 2, then we have to divide by 2, 1 by 2 times of beta p plus q, that is p plus 1, p value minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 comma q value 0 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 times of beta 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 comma 0 plus 1 by 2. Now, simplify this. So, that 1 by 2 into beta 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 plus 1 will be 1 by 2, by 2 will be 1 by 4 comma 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 times of beta 1 by 2 plus 1 will be 3 by 2, by 2 will be 3 by 4 comma 1 by 2. Now, apply the relation between beta and gamma functions, that means I have to get pi value, right. So, 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 I can make it as 1 by 4. Now, we know the relation between beta and gamma, that is beta m comma n is, yes, gamma m into gamma n by gamma m plus n, right. Using that I can rewrite this as gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 1 by 2 by gamma 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 into here gamma 3 by 4 into gamma 1 by 2 by gamma 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Now, simplify this, that is 1 by 4 into gamma 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2, that is gamma half is root pi. So, and the multiple of these two, gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 3 by 4 we have. So, we have gamma 1 by 4 gamma 3 by 4 into root pi whole square whole divide by, this is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. So, that we have 3 by 4. So, gamma 3 by 4 into, and this part, so again 4 LCM, 3 plus 2 by 4, so that is gamma 5 by 4. So, here I can cancel 3 by 4, so that we remains with LHS equal to 1 by 4, that is gamma 1 by 4, and also of course we have a multiple 1 by 4 into gamma 1 by 4 into root pi whole square, nothing but pi, by gamma 5 by 4. So, gamma 5 by 4, we note down the formula, right, that is whenever we have gamma n, and we can use that formula, that is n minus 1 into gamma n minus 1. So, 5 by 4 minus 1, 1 by 4. So, 1 by 4 into gamma 1 by 4. So, gamma 1 by 4 get cancelled, 4 get cancelled, we have LHS equal to pi, nothing but the required RHS. So, this is our required result. So the next problem is evaluate integral x power 3 by 2 into e power minus x dx between the limit 0 to infinity. So compare the standard definition or the given problem with the standard gamma function definition. So we know gamma n is equal to integral of e power minus x into x power n minus 1 dx between the limit 0 to infinity. So if I compare with that, then given in place of n minus 1 we have 3 by 2. So that what is your n? 3 by 2 plus 1 is nothing but 5 by 2. Therefore, integral of x power 3 by 2, or I will write e power minus x into x power 3 by 2 dx between the limit 0 to infinity is gamma n is nothing but gamma 5 by 2. Gamma 5 by 2 can be simplified further. So we know the standard formula, right? Using that I can write 5 by 2 minus 1, that will be 3 by 2. 3 by 2 minus 1 will be 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2. Now it is nothing but 3 times of gamma, yes, gamma half is root pi 3 pi by 4. That is the required result of the given problem. Now let's solve the next problem. Evaluate integral of x into log x whole to the power of 4 dx between the limit 0 to 1. So to compare with the definition of beta, I can't compare with that, because if I consider the limit between 0 to 1, so I have to compare with beta, no. So we have a log function, means that will be our gamma function, because I can replace that log in terms of another variable, so that this x reduces to e power some function what I consider that variable, right. So whenever you have a log in place of an integrand or in place of a function, then that should be your gamma function, that means that reduces to gamma form. So let me solve the given problem. The solution is, so I am going to substitute log x equal to t, put log x equal to t, so that we know that we have base e. So e power t is equal to, or x equal to e to the power of t. So that dx equal to e power t into dt, right. But look at here, we have a standard formula of gamma, that is we should have e power minus x or minus t. So here we have only log x, right. So consider your log x as minus t, so that we will get e power minus t. So that e power minus t derivative minus e power minus t dt, otherwise we can't compare with the gamma function. So if you miss with that, so remember to consider that as minus t, because this definition of gamma is e power minus t, okay. And change with the limit, if x is 0, t is also log 0 infinity. If x is equal to 1, then t equal to log 1 is 0. Now replace your x terms in terms of t, that is integral 0 to 1 x into log x whole to the power of 4 is into dx equal to integral infinity to 0, x is given by e power minus t into log x is given by t whole power 4 into minus e power minus t dt, right. Now simplify this. So we have, so if I remove that minus sign, I can interchange the limit, right. So it is nothing but integral 0 to infinity e to the power of minus 4t into e power minus t into t power 4 dt. So we have integral 0 to infinity e power minus 5t into t power 4 dt. Now can we compare with the standard definition of gamma now? No, we cannot compare with the standard definition of gamma, because here we have e power 5t. We know that by the definition of gamma, the x coefficient should be 1, right. Minus 1 we should have, but here we have 5. So I can't substitute or I can't write this as a t. So replace or substitute your phi t by some other variable. Put phi times of t equal to z. Don't consider the negative sign now. Okay. So that phi times of dt is dz or dt is dz by phi. Now if t equal to 0, z is 0. If t is infinity, z is also infinity. So replace t in terms of z. Integral 0 to infinity e power minus z into t is given by z by phi whole to the power of 4 into dt is dz by phi, or it is nothing but 1 by phi whole power 4 into 1 by phi is 1 by phi power 5 integral 0 to infinity e power minus z into z power 4 dz. Yes. So we know the standard gamma result. One more formula, that is gamma n plus 1 is nothing but n factorial, right. So we have here 5, so that should be 4 factorial by 5 to the power of 5 is the required result, right. So now next problem, evaluate integral root cot t cot theta d theta between the limit 0 to pi by 2. So of course whenever, as I told you in the previous problem, whenever you have a log, that should be a gamma function. Similarly, whenever you have a trigonometry function, that will reduce to a beta function in terms of trigonometric, that we have a standard result, right. So consider the given problem, that is integral 0 to pi by 2 root cot theta d theta. I can rewrite the cot in terms of sine and cos, that is root cos theta divide by root sine theta d theta, or I can rewrite one more step, 0 to pi by 2 sine theta to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 into cos theta to the power of 1 by 2 into d theta. Now we know the standard result. Using that, your p is 1 by minus 1 by 2 and in place of q we have 1 by 2. Now apply the result. Of course I should have 2 here. If I don't have 2, then divide by 2. 1 by 2 times of beta p plus 1 by 2 comma q plus 1 by 2, where what is p? P is minus 1 by 2 and q is 1 by 2. Now simplify this. 1 by 2 times of beta minus 1 by 2 plus 1 will be 1 by 2. 1 by 2 by 2 is 1 by 4 comma 1 by 2 plus 1 is, yes, 3 by 2. 3 by 2 by 2 will be 3 by 4. Now apply the relation between beta and gamma, that is gamma m 1 by 4 into gamma n is nothing but 3 by 4 by gamma n m plus n, 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So that is 1 by 2 times of, we know the standard result of this, right, this one. So that is pi into root 2, pi into root 2 divide by, this will reduce to 3 plus 1 by 4, that is 4 by 4, 1, gamma 1 is 1. So the required result is pi by root 2. So this 2 can be rewrite as a root 2 into root 2, one time get cancelled, pi by root 2 is our required result. So the next one is evaluate integral 0 to 1 x power 3 by 2 into 1 minus x whole power 1 by 2 dx. So now whenever x and 1 minus x, and if the limit is 0 to 1, then definitely that should be in terms of beta, right. We know the standard definition of beta, that is, what is that? Yes, we know that beta m comma n is integral 0 to 1 x power m minus 1 into 1 minus x power n minus 1 into dx. So if I compare with this, have to identify what is m and n, right. So in place of m minus n, m minus 1, we have 3 by 2, and in place of n minus 1 we have 1 by 2. so that m equal to 5 by 2. 3 by 2 plus 1 will be 5 by 2 and n is 3 by 1 by 2 plus 1 will be 3 by 2. Therefore, integral 0 to 1 x power 3 by 2 into 1 minus x power 1 by 2 dx is nothing but beta m comma n, where what is m and n? Beta 5 by 2 comma 3 by 2. So now we know the relation between beta and gamma. So using that we can reduce one more step, that is gamma 5 by 2 into gamma 3 by 2 by gamma 5 by 2 plus 3 by 2, which is nothing but, now we know the standard gamma relation, that is whenever we have fraction like this, I can expand that like this, 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2 is the first part, into gamma 3 by 2 is nothing but 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2 whole divide by 5 plus 3, 8 by 2 is nothing but gamma 4. So now simplify the next step, that is 3 into gamma half is root pi into root pi will be pi into 3 divide by 2, 2, 2, 2. So we have 1, 2, 3 times. So 2 to the power of 3, that is nothing but 2 cube, into gamma 4. Gamma n plus 1 is n factorial. So gamma 4 is 3 factorial. So in 3 factorial I can cancel 3, so that we left with 2 here in 3 factorial. So 2 power 3 into 2 will be 2 power 4. 2 power 4 is 16. So your answer is pi by 16. So the next problem, evaluate integral 4 minus x square whole power 3 by 2 into dx between the limit 0 to 2. So whenever we have some number 1 minus x or a minus x form, definitely we should reduce that first in terms of beta. So here instead of 1 minus x I have 4 minus x square. So we should replace that. So substitute for what? Consider the given problem, integral 0 to 2 4 minus x square whole power 3 by 2 dx. So this limit should be 1, but we have 2. So if we have 2, then put x equal to, in terms of trigonometric function, either sine or cos. So I substitute x equal to 2 sine theta. So that if I substitute here in place of x square, I will get 4 sine square theta, so that I can take out 4 common. I left with 1 minus sine square. 1 minus sine square will be cos square. So in that way we should substitute. So if you have 2 in this place, then you will have 4. So that you have to consider x as a 2 times of sine theta. Now get dx. Dx is 2 times of cos theta d theta, and change the limits of x to theta. If x is 0, theta is 0, sine inverse of 0 is 0. If x is 2, sine inverse of x by 2, 1, sine inverse of 1 will be pi by 2, right. Now replace your x and dx in terms of theta, and also of course change the limit 0 to pi by 2, 4 minus 4 sine square theta whole power 3 by 2 into dx is 2 cos theta d theta, or I can take out 2 common and also 4 whole power 3 by 2 common, 2 into 4 to the power of 3 by 2 integral 0 to pi by 2. So this remains with 1 minus sine square is nothing but cos square theta whole to the power of 3 by 2 into cos theta into d theta, or 2 to the power of, I can write 4 as a 2 square, so that 2 get cancelled. I left with 2 cube integral 0 to pi by 2, here square and square root get cancelled. I left with cos theta to the power of 3 into cos theta is nothing but cos theta to the power of 4 d theta. So now I can compare with the standard formula. So I keep this 2 as it is. So here p is equal to 0 and q equal to 4, right. So 2 cube is 8 and 2 times of these two will be beta p plus 1 by 2, that is 0 plus 1 by 2 comma q plus 1 by 2 is nothing but 8 times of beta 1 by 2 comma 5 by 2. So represent your beta in terms of gamma so that I can get the finite result. 8 into gamma 1 by 2 into gamma 5 by 2 by gamma 1 by 2 plus 5 by 2 is nothing but 8 into root pi into 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 into again gamma half will be root pi divided by 6 by 2 is nothing but gamma 3. So we have 8 into pi into 3 by 4 into gamma 3 is nothing but 2 factorial. So if I cancel with 2 factorial means 2. So we have 4 2s are 8, 8 get cancelled. The required result is 3 pi. So one more and next problem is evaluate integral of dx by 1 plus x to the power of 4 between the limit 0 to infinity. So let me explain the difference between these two problems. So again here we have integral 0 to infinity dx by 1 plus x power 4. So first we should express that in terms of beta. Okay, whenever we have in terms of x, definitely that will reduce to beta function, which is a trigonometric form. Okay, so if you have 1 plus x whole power any number, then you should consider your x in terms of tan depending on the power, whether it is tan square or whatever. Okay, so whenever we have 1 plus x, x should be represented in terms of tan. Whenever we have in 1 minus x form, x should be either sine or a cos theta. Okay, so in this problem substitute. So consider the given integral dx by 1 plus x power 4. So we are going to substitute x to the power of 4 equal to tan square theta. So I consider x power 4 as tan square, or what is our x? X equal to tan square theta whole to the power of 1 by 4. Okay, let me get x. X is equal to tan theta to the power of 1 by 2. Now get your dx, that is dx equal to 1 by 2 into tan theta to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1, because x power n derivative n into x power n minus 1, right. So tan theta whole power 1 by 2 derivative 1 by 2 into tan theta whole power 1 by 2 minus 1 will be minus 1 by 2 into tan derivative secant square into d theta. And if x is 0, of course theta is 0. If x is infinity, theta will be pi by 2. Right? We know that tan 90 is infinity. So replace the values, that is integral 0 to pi by 2. Dx is 1 by 2 times of tan theta to the power of minus 1 by 2 into secant square theta d theta whole divided by 1 plus tan square theta. So we know the standard trigonometric formula, that is 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but secant square theta. So I can cancel that. We left with 1 by 2 times of integral 0 to pi by 2. Tan theta can be replaced in terms of sine and cos, so that sine theta whole to the power of minus 1 by 2 by cos theta to the power of minus 1 by 2. If I consider that to the numerator, then the power will be positive, that is cos theta to the power of plus 1 by 2 d theta. Yes. Now we reduce the given function or a given integral in terms of a trigonometric function, so that I can compare with the beta function. So here it is p equal to minus 1 by 2 and q is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 2 times of, I don't have multiple 2, so I might consider 2 times of beta minus 1 by 2 plus 1 whole divided by 2 comma 1 by 2 plus 1 whole divided by 2. So 2 get cancelled. We left with beta is nothing but beta 1 by 2 by 2 1 by 4 comma 3 by 4. So beta 1 by 4 comma 3 by 4 is gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 3 by 4 by gamma 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4. So we know using a standard result, gamma 1 by 4 into gamma 3 by 4 is pi into root 2 whole divide by gamma 4 by 4 is nothing but 1, gamma 1 is 1. So the required result is pi root 2. So try to solve the remaining problems either in terms of beta form or in terms of gamma. Okay. So that completes our module 3, which is a integral calculus, which includes a multiple integral and a special function beta and gamma function. Thank you.